There we are on Psych Ups with Brian. Yes, there we are. And today it is Global Forgiveness Day. And I used to talk about forgiveness a lot more because I think it is probably the most emotional, most important emotional act that you can take to actually free yourself for success. So many of us get stuck with things in the past that regrets and things that we feel like we did wrong, and we get kind of hung up on it, and then we have a lot of triggers in our environment that make us think of it. So that's like a little ticking time bomb in our day. Every time that those memories get triggered, we're taking a hit emotionally. And so you got to get past that stuff, and the only way to do it is forgive yourself. And so I've made some mistakes. I've goofed up some things, and I am the kind of person who will really dwell on stuff and really hang on to stuff. And so until you can forgive yourself, you're going to be gummed up emotionally. So it's really important to, in fact, I think that I will even say that a big part of your ability to succeed will come down to your capacity for self-forgiveness. Because what's going to happen if you start a business now in America, if you want to really be successful, you're going to have to start your own business. Well, that's not necessarily true. There's people who have a lot of success in the corporate world and make a good living, but mostly people, it's very hard to get any job that's going to pay you enough where you can really gain wealth, where you can really accumulate, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in accumulated wealth over a period of time. Mostly people's salaries, if you can save 10%, you're doing really well. And that's not that much. That's not like 100,000 a year usually, obviously. So what do we want to do? We want to get some kind of a side income, a side hustle, some multiple income stream, MIS, that's going to fill in the gap so that I have a nice retirement and I can leave the kids a great legacy and I can have a great lifestyle while I'm living. All right. So how do we achieve that? Through real estate, through the intelligent application of real estate principles. However, you're going to make mistakes. Any business you open, you're going to make mistakes. And I've seen so many people quit because they start getting so down on themselves that they made this mistake and they named their company the wrong thing. And now they have to go back and do a DBA, or they had a really good deal. And maybe even we called the deal for them at an event, and then they went out and they goofed it up, and they can't get over it. And they keep thinking, obsessing about that one deal instead of looking for the next one. So whatever it is, whatever forgiveness issue you have, what do you need to forgive yourself for? I mean, think about it. What do you need to forgive yourself for today? I am obviously a little bit later than I am normally. I had a babysitting of my lovely granddaughter this morning, so I will make no apologies for that. All right, but obviously you guys don't normally know that I'm on at this time, so here I am at 10:30 today. So guys, I want you to think about that forgiveness. I want you to write down, if you can write down 2 or 3 things that you feel like that you haven't really forgiven yourself for, that is gumming you up emotionally, that you actually still think about, that diminishes your motivation and your self-esteem when you think about it. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the whole forgiveness ritual, but I do have a whole forgiveness ritual of writing down what you think you did wrong and writing down, what you can do better in the future, and actually, going through a process and forgiving yourself, ripping it up, make a piece of paper out of it and burning the piece of paper, and saying, I forgive myself, and doing some affirmations around that. So, but that's important to give yourself the sense of forgiveness. And once it's done, you don't think about it anymore. If you've really forgiven yourself for something, if you've really forgiven yourself for something, you don't dwell on it anymore. You don't go back to it. You don't keep thinking, oh, why did I do that? Or what? I wish I would have done something different. You don't think about that anymore if you've truly forgiven yourself. So that's the indication. Okay, so morning, Serene Night Skyline. And Tony, nice to see you this morning. So we're still happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Yes, and I did go babysit my little granddaughter. So finished the 1 hour sales machine, putting it in action. All right. Well, you guys know that Tony is one of our winners of our summer contest this summer. And recently, Charles and Jennifer won. And so, guys, we're still running our summer contest. So we're going to be giving out another prize soon. So if you have a great testimonial, if you have a deal you did, anything I can tell, I can talk about, or if you have something cooking right now that's exciting that you want to share, that maybe I can help you with, possibly, I'm open to that. And I love sharing, good news and good deals from you guys out there in the field. So don't forget, we got that contest going. So turn in anything. And where do you turn it into? The best thing to do is send it to wolfcouple@gmail.com. And that will get it to me, wolfcouple@gmail.com. But then also what I want is you got to text me too, because otherwise I will not know it's there. And sometimes it gets buried. So this is the phone number and the text that you can send those to. I'm very available this summer. I'm really trying to get you guys motivated, get you deals this summer. And so let's get going. Let's get focused and let's be successful. Yay, let's be successful this summer. And let's be very forgiving of ourselves. Whatever you've done wrong in the past, especially if you've done things wrong with your real estate business. And that's part of why you're not successful, is you're not letting go of the mistakes you made in the past. So think about what they are. If you have to write them out, to just relive them one last time, to identify what they are, where you really need to forgive yourself, and then just say, I forgive myself for this. This is what happened. I accept that this is what happened, and I forgive myself for what I did or what I didn't do. Sometimes it's what you didn't do. And then truly forgive yourself. And if you really truly forgive yourself, the indication, the telltale sign is you don't think about it anymore. You don't dwell on it. It doesn't keep coming up for you emotionally. Okay. So this is really, I really believe that self-forgiveness is a key component of being successful as an entrepreneur, because you're going to make mistakes. There's always a learning curve to any business. And if you're too tough on yourself, you're just going to give up, because you're just too emotionally difficult to get the business going. But if you're quite forgiving and kind of patient with yourself, it's amazing what you can accomplish. All right. So what's our affirmation for today? I forgive myself. Okay. Just I forgive myself. Let's keep it simple. 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Yeah. All right. So guys, let's take 3 deep breaths. The doggies forgive themselves. Deep breath in. And even if you're watching this later and not with me live, you're doing your deep breathing, right? Yes? Okay, deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and exhale. And one more. Good job. All right. That's very invigorating. Get you going in the morning. And so I will see you on Friday. Remember, you can turn things in for the contest, and let me know if you have questions and stuff about deals. I'm open to looking at stuff for you guys, because you are my group, my followers that I love to be around in the mornings, and on Mondays and Fridays, this usually an hour earlier. So I will see you on Friday at an hour earlier than this. Okay, normally it's 9:30 Pacific. Okay, so I will see you guys on Friday, and until then, keep expecting success, getting awesome training from the Wolf Couple, and taking action. Yes.